Okay, let's talk about +1 question. So basically you are just adding 1 to the digits number. So imagine 1 2 3, right? You just add 1 and then you become 1 2 4. So that will be a solution. However, if the integer is 9999, right, when you add 1 you become 1000, right? So when you add 1, right, you have to carry on, right? But for this case 19999, right, you traverse the array from the back to the front, right? When you see there's the integer less than 9, and then when you increment it's still less than 9 or less than equal to 9, you can just return it. So if digits at I is less than 9, then I increment that integer and return the digits, right? So we return it in the array. So that will solve most of the cases. And however, I'm just talking about the 9999. And also when you increment, right, just don't forget that you need to set equal to 0. Why? Because 9 plus 1, right? So for this case, 998 will not run this code, but 1999 will run this code. There's a reason why, because when I add 1, since it's not less than 9, right, the first value is 9, so I say equal to 0 0 0. So these 3 integers are 0, and I increment the first integer, right, first index from the array, and then that will solve the issue. Okay, let's talk about this. So we already know that if we get out the for loop and the program is still running, right, so we need to add the carry, right? So which means there should be one more integer, right? So basically it's like you need an int array. So if in the array is 3, right? If in array is 3, so I need to return size of 4, right? So carry at 0 is equal to 1, and I can just return carry. There's a reason why I don't have to initialize rest of it, because the default value is 0, so I can just return. So I change to 1, right? So the rest of the value are 0, so that would be a solution. Okay. Alright, let's talk about time and space. So for the space, just need additional value. For the worst case, so you additional space from the digits length, right? So that would be all of them if you run into this case. And the time, you actually traverse every single character if there is like 1999, right? And that would be your worst case. The best case just all for 1, right? When you get into like 1 2 3, right? So you increment and you can return right away. But if not, then you have to run the worst case scenario, and that will be your answer. And it's really a little bit hard for me to explain, but I think you get it.